When you think of Grease, you probably remember the songs, the laughter, and the romance of Sandy and Danny at Riddle High. But what if I told you the real stories behind the cast? Were filled with tragedy, scandals, shocking secrets, and even jail time. Some stars found themselves battling illness, while others faced addictions or personal heartbreaks no one expected. So, how much do you really know about the lives of the Grease cast once the cameras stopped rolling? Let's find out. Some stars met tragic ends through illness. Others spiraled into addiction or faced devastating scandals. A few even ended up behind bars. And along the way, rumors of secret affairs and shady deals added even more mystery to their legacies. Today, we're diving into the real lives of the Grease cast members who died, battled demons, or ended up in jail. Let's begin with Olivia Newton-John, the woman who brought Sandy Olsen to life. She started as the sweet girl next door, but transformed into the sultry star who sang her way into pop culture history. Alongside John Travolta, her iconic performances of You're the One That I Want, Summer Nights, and Hopelessly Devoted to You remain etched in our memories. But behind the spotlight, her life wasn't free from pain. In 1979, she sued MCA Records over royalties in a massive case that changed how artists negotiated contracts. Later, her long-term boyfriend, Patrick McDermott, mysteriously vanished during a fishing trip in 2005. Rumors claimed he faked his death and was hiding in Mexico, a heartbreak that haunted her. Then came her biggest battle, diagnosed with breast cancer in 1992. She underwent surgery and chemotherapy, only for the disease to return in 2013 and again in 2017. She never gave up, founding the Olivia Newton-John Cancer and Wellness Center in Melbourne to help others. Sadly, in 2022, after 3 decades of fighting, she passed away at 73. But her legacy of strength, kindness, and unforgettable music continues to inspire. Next, we remember Annette Charles, who played the fiery Charlene Cha-Cha de Gregorio, the best dancer at St. Bernadette's. On screen, she stole the spotlight dancing the hand jive with Danny Zuko during the Riddle High dance competition. Off-screen, she was enduring unimaginable pain during the filming of the Thunder Road scene. Annette was suffering from a dangerous ectopic pregnancy. She pushed through the pain until the cameras stopped rolling, then rushed to the hospital for emergency surgery. Her career extended beyond Grease, appearing in hit shows like The Bionic Woman and Magnum P.I., before shifting her focus to education and becoming a professor. But tragedy struck again. In 2011, she was hospitalized with pneumonia and doctors discovered lung cancer. Despite her being a non-smoker, she died at just 63, leaving behind a bittersweet legacy of talent, courage, and tragedy. Not every Grease star's downfall was health-related. Some faced the dark side of fame, crime, and arrests. Take Eddie Deason, who played the nerdy Eugene Felsnick. He was typecast as the lovable geek in films like War Games and Midnight Madness, and even did voice work on Dexter's Laboratory and Kim Possible. But in recent years, his life spiraled out of control. In 2021, he was arrested after a disturbance at a restaurant, allegedly throwing objects at police officers. Just months later, in 2022, he was arrested again for burglary and trespassing. After sneaking into a nursing home, neighbors accused him of breaking into cars. Courts eventually ruled him mentally unfit to stand trial, ordering psychiatric care. For fans who remembered the harmless Eugene, it was heartbreaking to see him fall so far. Another unforgettable face was Eve Arden, who played the sharp-tongued Principal McGee. Known for her witty one-liners, she became an anchor of authority in Grease. But Eve had already enjoyed decades of success before the film. From her role in Our Miss Brooks to earning an Oscar nomination for Anatomy of a Murder. Despite her professional success, her personal life wasn't smooth. Reports surfaced of a scandalous affair with a married media executive, and she once sparked controversy during the 1952 presidential election, with remarks deemed homophobic. In her later years, health struggles took over, and she passed away at 82 from heart disease and cancer. Then there was Dennis Stewart, who gave us one of the most memorable villains in movie history, Leo Craterface Balmuto, leader of the Scorpions. Before acting, Dennis was a dancer, appearing in Eskiti, Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. But by the 1990s, tragedy struck when he was diagnosed with HIV in 1994. He passed away from AIDS-related pneumonia at only 46 years old. His untimely death reflected the devastating impact of the AIDS epidemic on Hollywood in that era. Meanwhile, John Travolta, our unforgettable Danny Zuko, rose to superstardom after Grease. With Saturday Night Fever and Pulp Fiction, he proved himself one of Hollywood's biggest stars. But even he wasn't free from scandal. In 2012, two masters accused him of sexual misconduct, filing multi-million-dollar lawsuits. Both cases collapsed when evidence proved he wasn't even in the alleged locations. Still, the headlines tarnished his image. Tabloid rumors of cross-dressing photos added more fire. And while never convicted of wrongdoing, the scandals, coupled with a string of box office flops, dented his career. Perhaps no Grease star's downfall was as tragic as Jeff Conaway, who played Kaneki, Danny's loyal best friend. Beyond Grease, Jeff found success in shows like Taxi and Babylon 5, but a back injury during the filming of Greased Lightning introduced him to painkillers, sparking a lifelong addiction. Cocaine, alcohol, and pills consumed him. His erratic behavior cost him roles, and by the 2000s, he appeared on Celebrity Rehab with Dr. Drew, exposing the raw reality of his addiction. In 2011, Jeff was found unconscious and placed on life support. He died shortly after, with the autopsy citing years of substance abuse as the cause. He was just 60 years old, a tragic symbol of Hollywood's darker side. Other cast members also faced heartbreaking endings. Lenny Baker, part of Johnny Casino and the Gamblers, won a Tony Award but died at just 37 from cancer. Ed Burns, who played Vince Fontaine, lived a colorful life, openly discussing his past with addiction and even male hustling before dying peacefully at 87. Dennis Cleveland Green, another member of Johnny Casino's band, left acting for academia, earning degrees from Harvard and Yale before dying at 66. Susan Buckner, the peppy cheerleader Patty Simcox, passed away quietly in 2024 at 72. We also lost beloved character actors. Dodie Goodman, who played Blanche, died at 93. Joan Blondell, who played the waitress Vi, died of leukemia just a year after Grease premiered. And Alice Ghostley, the kind-hearted shop teacher Mrs. Murdoch, passed in 2007 from cancer. And finally, Sid Caesar, the comedic Coach Calhoun, overcame decades of alcohol and drug abuse before dying at 91 of natural causes in 2014. When you look back, it's clear the cast of Grease gave us a film that defined generations. But behind the glitz and glamour were stories of resilience, tragedy, scandal, and heartbreak. Some fought bravely against illness. Others succumbed to addiction or were swallowed by fame's darker side. Thanks for watching. The cast of Grease may have faced struggles off-screen, but their legacy continues to shine. Which story shocked you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more untold Hollywood truths. Stay tuned, because we've got even more behind-the-scenes stories coming your way soon.